What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my second YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about macronutrients. If you don't know what the macronutrients are, these are the three main suppliers of nutrients in your diet. So these are carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Carbohydrates and proteins both have 4 kilocalories per gram, and fats have 9 kilocalories per gram. You probably have seen them listed on like the nutrition food label if you go to check like the calories or ingredients for like something you're buying at the store. The macros are listed there as well. So just a quick disclaimer before I start this video, I just want to put out there, I am still a student. I'm in the exercise science program at Marian University. I'm studying nutrition, fitness, and wellness. So this video is just me sharing all that I have learned thus far in classes with you guys. I'm not a certified nutritionist yet, okay, but I will be. But this is the stuff that I have learned so far while taking classes to get my degree. And I just wanted to share it with all of you guys since it has helped me so much with just like my day-to-day lifestyle, and I'm hoping that it will hopefully help you too. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, carbohydrates. Let's just get this statement out in the open right now. Y'all, carbohydrates are not the enemy, okay? Diet culture has been telling us a lot recently to try things like the keto diet, the Atkins diet, which are both like diets that are very high in fats and proteins, and they're very like low carb diets. But in all honesty, these just aren't sustainable for like an overall healthy lifestyle. Believe me, before I started studying nutrition, I really didn't focus on my carbs. My only focus was really like protein because I wanted to build muscle, and I thought that was the only way to get strong and lean like I wanted to. But this was like one of the biggest mistakes when I started my fitness journey, because my diet became very unbalanced, and that actually slowed down my results. Because I didn't have enough energy for my workouts to lift as heavily as I wanted to, and my strength wasn't progressing as quickly as it could have. And I didn't realize like how much stronger I could be in the gym, or how much I could challenge myself until I actually started fueling my body properly. Now that I've ranted to you about the importance of carbohydrates, I want to actually dive into more of the science behind them. So a little fact you might not know, carbohydrates are supposed to actually make up 45 to 65% of your daily caloric intake. They are the primary source of energy for your body. They maintain your blood sugar, they fuel your brain and your body to function properly throughout the day. So they're very, very important, and they make up more than half of your diet. Now, I'm not saying to go and eat all the pasta, the cookies, the candy, because those aren't the types of carbs you necessarily want, okay? Those are great. Believe me, I love an ice cream sundae. I love cookies. I love all of that. Those are great to enjoy in moderation, but it's important to fuel your body with healthy, wholesome carb sources. So some examples of these would be whole grains, which you need for your daily fiber intake, white or brown rice, starchy vegetables like sweet potatoes or regular potatoes, corn, peas, squash, most fruit, because fruit contains natural sugar. Almost all fruits and vegetables are carbohydrates, just some are higher in carbs than others. So basically, in summary, please do not cut out carbs. You need carbs for energy. They make almost half of your diet, so don't avoid them or cut them out, okay? Thank you. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to fats. You need a balanced intake of fats in order to maintain optimal health. Fats should be making up 20 to 35% of your daily caloric intake. They also provide energy, but along with that, they protect your internal organs. They insulate your body against cold temperatures, and they're responsible for a lot of like emotional and hormonal health and balance as well. So going more into depth with the fats, there are two types of fats. There are the unsaturated fats and the saturated fats. The unsaturated fats are more of the good fats. These are found in olive oil, peanuts, other tree nuts, fish like salmon and trout. Those contain like omega-6 and omega-3 vitamins. The saturated fats are more of the bad fats that, but you can't really like avoid them because they're still in a lot of healthy foods. You just want to sort of like take them in moderation, because they can raise your low density lipoproteins or LDLs, which is basically your bad cholesterol, and this could lead to inflammation of your arteries. So a lot of food sources that hold these saturated fats are like dairy products, certain like fatty meats, red meats, and tropical oils like palm oil or kernel oil. But trans fats are actually the fats that you want to try to avoid the most. These can be found in fried foods, creamer, baked goods, chips, butter, basically all the really yummy, delicious foods that we love, okay? But that's okay, again, because everything's okay to enjoy in moderation, right? It's not going to hurt you, but I'm creating this video to try to just make you more aware of what you're putting into your body, because you don't want to find yourself eating a whole bag of chips, because that would just be really bad and increase your cholesterol levels and also leave you with probably like a horrible stomach ache. So just to like be aware. But you're probably wondering, what are some suggested foods that actually have healthy fats in them? So like what are best to consume like for your body? Some good healthy fat sources would be all natural nut butters, fish, like I said, it's high in healthy fats, avocados, lean meat. Mostly white meat is lower in saturated fat than red meat. But if you do eat red meat, you just want to make sure that it's lean. So when you're getting it at the store, make sure it's like 95% lean, 93% lean. And then also when cooking any kind of meat, just try to like bake it or broil it. You want to like avoid frying it in extra oil because that could add a lot of extra fat content. So it's obviously really hard to avoid unhealthy fats, especially because a lot of our food today is made with them. But I just try to do my best to get my daily fat intake from foods that are filled with healthy fats instead of like the trans fats, nasty chemically stuff. I absolutely love avocados, peanut butter. You guys know I love peanut butter. So when I try to get peanut butter, I try to get like the all natural. It's just like peanuts and a little bit of salt. So just try to be mindful of what you're consuming every day and at every meal, and how you are like balancing your overall diet with healthy fats. Finally, we're going to talk about protein, my favorite macronutrient. Protein can make up anywhere from 10 to 35% of your daily caloric intake, depending on how active you are, especially if you're someone who's into resistance training. You probably need more protein in your diet. But proteins are the primary component of all cells. So when I say this, I mean that like besides water, proteins form the major part of lean body tissue. So roughly 17% of our body weight. So this is why they're responsible for like muscle growth and muscle development and muscle maintenance. Protein amounts can vary with different types of food and food groups. There are incomplete proteins and complete proteins. So the complete proteins contain all 9 essential amino acids that aid in building and preserving muscle mass. So some examples of complete protein foods would be eggs, fish, turkey, any kind of poultry, red meat, chicken, soy, milk, yogurt, and quinoa. But incomplete proteins These are the type of protein that lack at least one of the essential amino acids, but they can be paired with other proteins to make a complete protein meal. So some examples of these would be like rice, nuts, beans, grains, higher protein vegetables like spinach, Brussels sprouts. These are all foods that still have like good amounts of protein, but they aren't complete protein sources, if that makes sense. So like obviously during this time, we're stuck without access to gyms. We're limited to like only certain types of workout equipment or none at all. So protein is your friend when it comes to keeping muscle that you've worked so hard for. Ideally, you want to aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And I know like this sounds kind of crazy and it isn't always doable, it isn't ideal, but it will definitely slow down the process of any kind of muscle loss. If you're fueling your body correctly during this time and you are just doing your best to still work with the muscles that you have with like resistance training, plyometrics training, HIIT workouts, any kind of like resistance on those muscles, they're not gonna go anywhere, okay? Like just have fun with it, enjoy trying new workouts, and enjoy like using your muscles in different ways. As long as you're like staying active, keeping at it every day, I promise you, it took forever to build those muscles up. They're not gonna go away in a day. So there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this video over macronutrients, more in depth what they are. If you have any questions, please feel free to follow me and message me on my Instagram, Claire K Fit. And if you liked this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. It means so much to me. I'm so excited to be able to share my education and my passion for this stuff with you all. So it would really mean a lot if you showed some support by doing so. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.